Hey everybody, this is Chris at Zen of Reptiles. So you think you want to be a reptile breeder? Today I'm going to go over with you 3 pointers that I've learned in the last 4 years about breeding reptiles. So please like and subscribe and hang on, and I'll be right back. Welcome back. So my main question to you is, why do you want to breed reptiles? Is it to make money or for enjoyment? That's the key question here. So if you're doing this for money, you will not be successful. Let me give you a backstory of me. I grew up on a farm, cherry orchard. We had chickens, peacocks, all kinds of animals. Even inside the house, we had dogs, cats. My parents were laying the birds. We had cockatoos, cockatiels, lovebirds. I've been in love with animals since I was a little kid. Came from my family. My aunt used to raise, they had sheep, pigs, and different animals on their farm. So I knew at a young age that I wanted to breed animals. When I became about 20 years old, I came across what's a collared lizard. I picked it up at the pet store, and then instantly I was hooked on reptiles. I went from that little lizard to bearded lizards, to snakes, to bigger lizards like monitors, and I haven't stopped. Again, so if you're doing this just for money, this is probably the wrong business for you. I've said this before in other videos. This takes drive and passion. There's a reason why I wake up on my Saturdays and clean rat cages and snake cages and lizard cages. It's because this is what I would be doing with or without money. This is what I love doing. So you should love what you're doing. If you're doing this for money and you're not worried about the animal's health or well-being, you're definitely in the wrong business. Me, I am a hobbyist first and a businessman second. That means that I worry about the animal's well-being more than the money I get from these animals. I actually was interested in buying an animal from somebody online on Morph Market the other day. I sent them an email and asked if it's still available. And the first question I got, which impressed me, was, what kind of cage do you have? Can you show me a setup? Make sure that I'm going to take care of their animal. And I even told the person, man, I'm impressed that you are more worried about the animal than the money. This was a substantial amount of money they were going to get from this animal. They were more worried about the well-being of their animal, which I am purchasing this animal. But that's not the point. Is this person was more worried about the well-being than the money he was going to get from that, the revenue. And that's what I'm saying is, if you're not worried about the animal and not worried about the hobby, you're in the wrong field. So that's why I want to get this out of the way. If this is not who you are, you probably shouldn't start this kind of business. Number two, you should specialize. What I'm saying by that is, say you want to become a ball python breeder. So you should specialize on a morph. Say you want to be a spot nose. You want to focus on spot nose. So that doesn't mean you can't have other morphs, but you should focus on that morph. You should try to make that morph the best you possibly can. Don't be a puppy mill of the reptile community. Don't try to pump out tons and tons of product and try to sell it for $20, $30. Try to make the best in your field. So say I'm really into desert ghosts, so I should try to make the best desert ghost snakes out there. If I focus on one thing, my snakes will be more amazing in that field. So if you get 10 different morphs and you try to specialize them, none of them are going to be as great as if you just specialize on one. Like I said, don't mean that you can't get other morphs to add into there and stuff, and also have other projects on the side, but you should focus on one. Like Justin Kaboka, he really focuses on the clown morph, which he does other things too, but he's really focused on that clown morph, and it's really became spectacular. It don't matter if you do boas, You know, you want to be the best, have the best motley out there. If you want to become, you know, a crested gecko breeder, you know, lily white, different morphs. Focus on something, and don't be so broad. Billy Rose always says quality in, and you know, you'll come up with better snakes, better animals. Quality is more important than quantity. You know, I could sell about 40 snakes for $3 or $50, or I could sell 2 or 3 snakes for thousands of dollars, and you know, have a better name for myself than having just being a puppy mill or a snake mill. So worry about quality and specialize. Just don't be a broad range of, you know, a snake breeder or a reptile breeder. If you want to breed blue tongue skinks, you know, pick what morphs you want and focus on that. You know, say I want to breed a certain, like a, you know, a sunrise morph on a blue tongue skink. You know, I want to become a northern blue tongue skink. Breeder. I just need to focus and become the best in that field that I'm doing. That doesn't mean you can't do other reptiles. Me personally, I breed more than one kind of reptile. Ball pythons are my main, but I do a few on the side. But I don't try to branch out like with all these different kind of morphs and different kind of specialties. I try to stick to one and focus on that one. So when I'm spending that time, I'm trying to make that one more for that one thing better. That'll really help you out. You'll thank me and you thank yourself later down the road. It's better to make one amazing snake than 100 okay snakes or low-end snakes or reptiles. Number 3, the thing I can tell you the best that really helped me out is the community. There's so many different forums and different things, YouTube channels, and reach out, and also don't be afraid to talk to people, and don't badmouth anybody in this community. Just because you don't want to be best friends with somebody, there's people that I really look up to in the reptile community. There's people that I respect, but I probably wouldn't be friends with, you know, if we're out in public, you know, but I would never badmouth anybody because they know more than I do. There's people that know more than me. I know more than some people, and they do things different than I do, and I do things different, but what works for me doesn't work for them. What works for them doesn't work for, you know, vice versa. But don't badmouth somebody. It's a really bad thing, because our whole thing about this community is to make it a better community. So like here where I live, I try to make the community bigger. So say I sell a ball python to a person here in town. They get hooked on snakes like I did, or like, you know, I got hooked on reptiles. They're going to buy more reptiles, and you know, they might buy them from you or somebody else out in the community, maybe on Morph Market. You're building a bigger community and also a bigger demand. So don't badmouth. Don't say that you're better than somebody else, or they don't have, you know. Everybody here is, you know, trying to do right by the animals for the most part, and trying to be, you know, they enjoy this for the most part. I mean, there may be some people here that just do it for money, but most people are doing this because they enjoy it. So all I can say is don't badmouth the community. Specialize. Make a quality animal instead of, you know, multitudes of animals. And also think about the animal. Why you want to breed this animal, and think about the quality, and make sure that animal is thriving. That should be your goal. Don't think of a paycheck. Think of, you know, the animal. Anyways, don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. I'll talk to you about anything reptile wise. If you have any questions for me, again, I am not the best breeder in the world, but I have a lot of experience. I've been doing it over 4 years, and I've did it in the past too. I've bred lots of different animals, but I've been really into it the last 4 years. So thank you so much. I will see you next time.